That's a good question. I don't look at it that way. I mean, we're missing players different parts of the year. He missed 3 earlier this year. Over the years, we've missed Pasta for stretches, Bergie. So, I mean, I try not to look at it that way other than who's going to get some extra minutes, as soon as that happens, or any guy goes out, and who can take advantage of it. How can we best do right for the team without asking a player to go in and do what Marsh does. But I will say this, Taylor Hall has the ability to do some of those things, especially the playmaking part. Made a lot of nice plays over the last, with those extra minutes. Maybe he's still going to get his time, but with Past in general over the last 6 weeks or whatever it's been, so he can fill in some of that. And then Freddie gets a chance to move up in the lineup, build a little bit of a heavier line, even though I'm not sure they were on the score sheet tonight. They weren't, but they're still affecting the game, getting good looks. So no, that's it. Other than that, you got to keep on trucking. It'd be more. I think the question, I guess, if you asked me if he was gone and then over 30 games, but we know he's coming back, and we'll welcome him back, and we'll be better off for it. We'll be a better team when you put a guy like him back in your lineup. We'd like to keep that together. Someone's going to be probably a little bit unhappy. Someone's going to have to get moved around. It's just the way it is. So we'll sort through that when we practice Wednesday in Seattle and put the best plan together as possible. See where it goes.
How much did that, especially that shift right before the first goal, kind of set the tone for this game?
Well, that's it, right? Those are the guys that made it all happen. The D couldn't get out of their end. They're fatigued. We go in, we forecheck, create a turnover. D does a good job keeping a puck alive, and they're very good at that. And unfortunately, had some good looks. Freddie had a point blanker again, and hopefully they'll start going in for them because you don't want them to get away from what they're doing. Usually, the more you get rewarded, the more you'll stick with it. So hopefully that's kind of their mindset. Well, I thought we did a good job up there last time to the last 10 minutes, to be honest with you. If you're patient in the neutral zone and work and force them to get through numbers and sticks and layers, and maybe they'll get impatient or force them to turn it into a forechecking game. And then you got to be good on the breakout, which our D was much better tonight than they were. And the forward support goes along with that than we were in Long Island and in Ottawa. So that's part of it as well. He was going to play, but he after warm up he said he wasn't feeling right. So you have to make a quick call. Cliffy's healthy, just played, so that was for us an easy switch. And you're not 100%, then hopefully get you checked out and see where it leads.
Was he sick or was it lingering from his?
I don't know. The medical team just told me he's not feeling right. So to me, and I still haven't got an answer. Not feeling right, could that be the after effects of that, I guess? Not feeling right, could he have a bit of the flu? So we'll see.
Just in terms of the conversation about the deal, they kept pucks with those over the net from the what did you think about just the overall, whether it was McElroy keeping puck alive, setting up a couple of goals?
Well, I thought they were great tonight in terms of playing on their toes, urgency. So that's gaps, that's keeping pucks alive, that's moving at the offensive blue line, awareness on faceoffs, all the battling hard, keeping good players to the outside, limited them to one and done. I thought our one-on-ones were better in every area. It's a good, listen, Colorado's a heavy challenge for any D-corps, especially their top six, and then their D get involved in the rush. Now you got rush reads going on. But I thought it started with good reads, being on their toes, and so up in the play. When they're up in the play, they you tend to make better decisions because you're moving and you're into it than sitting back and waiting all the time. So that's where they were better tonight. Made a few plays. Charlie usually does. Grizz made some nice plays. I thought even the goal we gave up was a forward switch up high, which was frustrating to me because we were playing so well, and they get on the power play and score right away, and we'd addressed that play in the locker room. So that was really the only frustrating moment. It had nothing to do with the D. Our forwards just missed an assignment.
You're going to have that frustrating moment to get the goal that's back as quickly as you did.
Yeah, you got to regroup. As a coach, that's never great. But it was frustrating because we knew they're going to run that play. They got a great power play. It's like when we get Bergie in the bumper. so we'd addressed it, and we just late on our coverage. And now all of a sudden, you're thinking, okay, it's 2-1. We've really been the better team. Marginal call. Now the lead's cut in half. We got to make sure we take a deep breath after that. Let it out, take a deep breath, and then get back to work. And we did a great job with that. Credit to the guys for keep pushing through, and because we haven't been as good at that lately as regrouping. So, myself included, I think we all talked about it. Hey, let's make sure we just keep pushing and win the next shift. Try to get our momentum back, and we did.
Are you a believer in games like this against a really good team being a significant evaluator, or do you like to see things over a period of time, or does something like this type of win propel, mean something?
Well, it could propel you for sure, but I'm not going to take, other than it was a really good hockey game for us. Our top guys outplayed their top guys. Goaltending was solid. Like I said, I think our D were engaged in the game. We played as a group of 5. So what this will be for us is, this will be what, those videos you throw in the trash can you don't like, this is one you keep. And there's going to be a lot of clips we're going to look back in a month from now and say, hey, this is where all 5 guys were involved in the forecheck. Forwards were covering for the D, et cetera. So there's going to be some really good teaching moments in this one, and also resulted in some goals and a nice win. But no more than, I'd rather look at a stretch of time. Or maybe a matchup. Like I thought the Washington-Tampa, when we went up there on the road, we kind of switched some things around. That was more of a measuring stick for me to see where we were. Division rivals too, games like that. So, Colorado's going pretty well. I'm sure they'll leave here saying not our best, but, let's get ready for the next game. So.
Take one more.
Obviously, the power play has been different without Marchand in there, but was it nice to see them get going with chances and eventually the goal?
Yeah, I thought we did a good job today. We switched our alignment with Colorado's a high pressure team, a little bit like Carolina, so their D will get out away from the front of the net. So we had, kind of a spread set or a box and one, whatever you want to call it, to try to stretch them out and then get some open looks in front. We did. We just didn't capitalize on till the very end there on one, kind of off the end boards. But I thought we did what we wanted to do and get the puck where we wanted to. Kemper was excellent. So that was good. It was good that the game plan worked out well and then got rewarded eventually.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.